Welcome, sisters and brothers, to another episode of WDRS Talk, the Wolf's Den Radio Show Talk. And I'm your host, Wolf Hemora. This is another great episode, and I have a very special guest again for you guys, and I'm so appreciative of his of him doing agreeing to be interviewed by me. Talking about Jun Lopito and his new album, Jun Lopito and the Bodhisattvas, had just come out. And the name of the album is Bodhi 3 NMRK. Bodhi 3 NMRK. NMRK is an abbreviation for excuse me, let me say that correctly. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, which is a Buddhist chant. And Jun Lopito is a practicing Buddhist. And it was a great interview. He is one of my favorite musicians. You are going to hear the stories of how he has influenced myself and a couple of my musician friends as well. And he's one of the best guitarists in the Philippines, if not the world. He's one of the best guitarists I've ever seen play live, for sure. That's for sure. And he is an inspiration, and he is a stalwart and a pillar of the Filipino rock music history. So I hope you enjoyed this one on WDRS Talk. This is me chatting with guitarist Jun Lopito. Enjoy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers. This is WDRS Talk, the Wolf's Den Radio Show Talk with your host, Wolf Hemora, and a very, very, very special guest. And he is gracing us with his presence, and I am humbled beyond belief. One of the best musicians, one of the best electric guitarist in general of the Philippines and in the world as well. So everybody, please welcome Mr. Jun Lopito. Jun, thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. Hi, California.
Well, this is going to go out to the world, man. So everyone's going to hear it.
Oh, yeah, you got it?
Yep.
Yeah. How are you there, man? How are you? It's been a long time.
Yeah,
Like 10 years, man. 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years at the least. You were playing. The last time I saw you was in RJ. They're in Bel Air.
Yeah.
And you
Pucha,
were tagal na nun, man.
ang tagal na.
That's so long ago. You were into. I remember you were at that time. You were into Tom Petty. You're so heavy into Tom Petty at the time. So I think that was your vibe at that time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you had
Yeah. I'm a heartbreaker. I'm a heartbroken myself sometimes.
Yeah, man. So that's the last time I saw you, and I was just because Jamie put out the promo like days like a day before it came out. So there was no hype. There was no hype. There was no nothing. It was just shell shock. I was like,
Well, what can you do about the hype now with all these disease coming out from the air, man?
I know, right? It's like, I mean, I think that's the way to go. Is just to surprise everybody.
I guess so. Yeah.
Because if you hype it up too much, by the time it's out, you'll be like, that's old news already, man.
Old news there, no.
Yeah. So that's why I had to. That's why I really wanted to interview you.
Well, thank you for inviting me here, man. Thank you very
Oh
much.
shit, man! It's my pleasure and my honor, dude. So I'll start by. So far, the way I've started my other interviews is I would give you my memory of you, whatever significant memory because the guests that I interview, they're not just anybody. Okay, let's get this guy. Like I know these people, I idolize these people, I look up to them in whatever field they're in. So with with the electric guitar, which I am a very big fan of because I am a frustrated guitar player. So when I watch you, when I watch David, when I watch Tirso, when I watch these great
Yeah.
guitarists, I'm like, fuck, I wish I could play like them, man. So so there are two significant memories that I have of you. The first one is it's an actual bonding moment between me, David Aguirre, and Miguel Ortigas. So
Uh-huh.
it was Coco Jam years,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
so every Friday night, diba?
Yeah, yeah, every
And
Friday.
then, but this time it was already getting unpopular. Do you remember
Uh-huh.
that when
Yeah, yeah.
it wasn't, the calle wasn't full anymore,
Yeah, yeah.
but you
It
guys still
was
had,
yeah, we had to play. We still had to play.
yeah, you still had to play.
Yeah.
So there was one night when we got there, we were like, well, we have to watch Coco Jam, of course. That's that's not even a discussion. It's like, okay, Friday night Coco Jam. So we get there, it's like there's no one here. I'm like, oh shit, there's no one here. It
It's a
was like
ghost
it was a
ghost
ghost
club.
town, a ghost club, yeah. And we were all used to the smoky full club
Yeah,
parties.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, the parties in Cali were just the best, man.
I
And
think everybody got married.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Everyone got married, or everyone got someone pregnant during those parties, man. Sarap ng jamming ng Coco Jam and Razorback. Ayun, pare. You know,
Yeah.
that's how Offspring is made, through rock and roll, man.
Yeah, I mean, even if the chairs are empty, we I mean, for us, I mean, for me, I don't wanna, just because it's empty, you don't play. It's like, let's still do this like the way we do. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
when we started, nobody was watching, and we
Yeah,
were so pumped up. So
yeah.
might as well still do the same thing, even
And
if it's empty.
yeah, and it what you just said, what happened was is that we sat down, we were like, okay, so there's no one here, and then so I think you guys just started jamming. It was like it just
Yeah,
started. I guess Chong just started playing a beat, and then, but
yeah.
the thing is, that particular night, I think you borrowed an effects, a box full of effects from someone. So
Oh,
or
it's from the tech. It's from the tech.
oh, okay,
The tech
so
of the club. Yeah, yeah.
oh, okay, he
Yeah,
let you use
yeah,
it for
yeah,
that
yeah,
gig.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, June!
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but you picked up. So we were there, of course. Every time we go out, we were just like our brains were fried from marijuana, and so we were just there, vegging out and watching Coco Jam and watching you, and Rolly wasn't even singing yet. It was just a jam, an instrumental jam,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Yeah.
you picked up the San Miguel beer bottle, dude, and then you started
Uh-huh.
playing slide, and then you fucking
Uh-huh.
started using the effects. There was, I think
Yeah,
there was an
yeah.
echo and then a reverb.
Yeah, yeah. I just, I'll try this. I'll try this. What does this sound do while playing? And I was choosing what to use, but I just pressed everything. So it just went
Yeah,
out. Whoa! It sounds like psychedelic to me.
dude, I'm telling you, man, I am telling you from the bottom of my heart. Me, David Aguirre, and Miguel Ortigas, our lives changed that night.
Okay.
We saw you in a different light because we were before that, when Kokojam was hot, when
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
full party. You were smoking, man. You were on fire the whole time, and you were aggressive, and you were
Uh-huh.
just like rock and roll to the max, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this time around, dude, you were space. You brought us
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
space,
Yeah. Yeah.
man.
It's probably it's probably it's probably my Buddhist feel. I mean, I get into that zone, and anyway, nobody's around, so I can do my thing. And yeah, it's like I was chanting, but it was going through the guitars, the sound effects, and everything. Plus the
Grabe.
empty room. The empty room gives me space for the echo to come back and play with that
Yeah.
bounce back thing. I was playing
Yeah,
with the
man.
empty room, and you
Yeah.
guys
It
were
was
my
just
only audience.
yeah. I think there was another table in the back, but it was just us. I'm telling you, man, that do you recall it? Do you remember it?
I think so. Now that you mention it, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think I remember that. Yeah, I played with a. It's actually super dry, San Miguel
Super
super dry.
dry. Yes, it
But
was a super
it was a super
dry.
because it's a it's a long neck, and I could
Yeah, dude.
because if it's the pail, I couldn't. I will have to hold it from the
From the
bottom.
bottom. From the
This
bottom,
one I
yeah.
can use it from the top.
Yeah. June, naiiyak na ako now. I'm starting to cry, dude. Oh, I'm telling you, man, that moment was so significant for the three of us, man. Because we saw like rays were coming out of you, pare. Your aura was there. That was your aura. You were like, kasi there was no one there, eh.
Are
It
you
was
sure? Are you sure it didn't take any LSD, man?
no, no. That was another night. But I mean, in all seriousness, it was really one of our significant musical experiences, live music. Na
Yeah, yeah,
it really was like, wow, June is is a master. He's the sensei, man. Because before that, it was all Flash and Keith Richards and like and
yeah,
we
yeah,
love
yeah, yeah, no.
and
Yeah.
no and
Because
we
yeah,
love that
yeah, yeah,
too.
like yeah,
We
yeah.
love that
It's
too,
like
man.
showing out. Yeah, it's like showing off your other side. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Well,
want
if
to
you're if
impress something. Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
you're
yeah. I
supposed
know
to do
that.
that. You're supposed to do that in a packed room, man. You're supposed to flash,
Uh,
man.
yeah,
But I guess with an empty room, you're just like no
yeah,
rules, man. Just go wherever. Ah,
yeah. That's that thing. I've been carrying that kind of playing. Um, Ever since I stayed with Pipito, remember Pipito, and I was staying in Pasay,
yeah, yeah.
and we were experimenting before the Pinikpikan came in.
Oh,
It was something like that. It was a jam. And I always jam. Pipito always asked me, "Just play your guitar, and I'll just play conga,"
uh
which he
huh.
plays this big drum. Never
Yeah.
hits his hand on the skin.
I remember that.
but I can hear him play.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably I'm used to I I'm used to playing alone, and I get that kind of condition. Like it's your present, you're not there. It's like taking 10 pure love acids or orange microdot without
Oh,
taking anything, man.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I get because I don't count sometimes when I just let the flow of the music
yeah,
from my mind through my heart into my fingers,
yeah.
and yeah, yeah,
Shit.
yeah, yeah.
Did you ever play like that before that night? I mean, with effects and like that, just
Yeah, yeah,
experimental,
yeah,
space
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I did
yeah.
actually. I did. Every time I get to a place and they have gadgets, and after the party, I
Ah,
I pick up the guitar and start. Can I use this? I mean, the owner of the gadgets or something. Can I use this and play for a while? And yeah, everybody's noisy, so I don't want to miss their conversation. So I just play a little. I know I was putting up the volume because I'm kind of deaf for you.
uh huh.
And all of a sudden, there's silence. Where the people? And the people were all watching me. Oops, sorry, man. I didn't mean to mess your party. No, June, just go on. Here's some beer. And it's just-
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, I get it, man. We would have done the same. We would have stopped talking and just like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was our reaction to and it really and so we became like disciples of Jun Lopito.
No, come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
man.
No,
Come
really,
on.
I'm really being serious, man.
Come
This
on.
is from the bottom of my heart. That night that you played like that, it just like it made us like it opened our mind more to music, because at that time, what we were really into was classic rock,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
heavy metal.
you guys did a good job on that.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, me myself, it was like what I was listening to then was I was so into classic rock. 'Cause, it's all these bands that I when it came
Yeah.
out, I was a
Yeah.
baby,
Uh-huh.
so I was discovering everything. So that was my
Uh-huh.
trip at that time. So
Uh-huh.
other kinds of music, I was kind of not open to, or it's like close minded about it. But then when
Uh-huh.
you did that, and then it's going to connect to my next story of you, is that
Okay.
so it's like, oh, okay, so June, it's you can't just be flash all the time. You can be psychedelic, man. You can be soft and expressive through, through yoga, or like namyoho,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. It
Actually,
just opened my mind, man.
yeah. I really like playing like a background for movies or nature or something. I mean,
Ah,
I don't know if you believe me, both. Sometimes the trees and the leaves they talk to me.
dude, I
I mean,
believe you, bro.
yeah, and I get what they want to hear. So
Yeah,
it's like that serene, calm, the wind. I try to make copy the wind and all that through the guitar. I don't know how
yeah,
I do it, but I do
yeah,
it. You know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
just
So
not
it leads. Go ahead.
no, not much. That's what I'm trying to tell all these new guitar players nowadays. I mean, you listen to your heart, listen to your background, the players you're playing with, and make that together inside
Hmm.
before you release it out to the audience. But that's a split second, not like a nanosecond, like boom,
Yeah,
just like a
yeah,
UFO passing, a UFO coming in
yeah.
and here and there. You can't really, it's unexplainable for the Western mind, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's yeah, it's well, I live in California, so that the vibe here is always like that. It's very mystical here, very hippified. You know, in in in
yeah,
in
yeah.
uh,
I have friends there. I mean, some of my friends from from the Navy in Olongapo, they stay in California,
uh-huh,
and my godmother, who's half American, half Filipina, staying in California for the longest time.
uh-huh.
Yeah, and I have friends like Kat Miller and Jill Miller, all these Olongapo uh, girls. I mean, they're women now; they're ladies, and they have families, and we keep in touch and all that.
Nice.
It's still nice. It's still nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the connecting to the next story about you is that, yeah, you were living in Pepito's place at the time, so we would be there
Yeah.
after your set,
After
and
the gig,
then after
yeah,
the gig,
yeah,
go straight to Pepito's, and then drum circle, like smoke a ton of weed,
yeah, yeah,
and just and oh my god, I'm telling you, man, those times, the young people who were hanging out then, our
uh-huh.
age, we were our minds were getting blown the fuck open, dude. I'm talking about, and I'm if I, even if I just talk about myself, man, my mind was blowing up. It's like, oh my god, I took the first time I took LSD was in that living room. I'm like, oh my god, oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah,
So anyway,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
so anyway, there
yeah.
was one night. it wasn't. It was a slow night. No one was really there. It was Miguel and I. Dave was there, I remember, and then Pepito was there, and you were there, and then you were talking about Steely Dan. I think you,
Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah,
were.
yeah. I like to play like them, but I lack the capacity to play those kind of chords. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I mean, so I still really have to learn it. Actually, I have a friend who can play the rhythm of the Steely Dan on a nylon guitar. I mean, Noli Aurelio can play that in the
Oh, yeah,
nylon.
Nolly,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And he'll tell me, oh, you get the scales of an. I'll just play the rhythm and I'll sing. So it's like funny. We do Steely Dan type of music with just a nylon guitar and an electric guitar with I mean. And
Wow. So
sometimes Pepito plays
the congas,
the that no, it's not.
the
It's a
djembe.
hollow tree. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's bigger than yeah that hollow. Remember, Wolf? There's this big hollow bark. No, it's a tree. It's a trunk
Yeah,
that
and then they put a skin.
they put a skin. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They, we got under his skin.
Yeah. Man, that living room. Oh my God. My mind was opened in that living room because
Yeah.
there was just when there was the jamming, the drum
Uh,
circle. Oh my God, just the drum circle without just drums, all
yeah, just
drums.
drums. Yeah.
Oh my God. I
Well,
never knew. I never experienced something like that. So that's
that
why my
that
mind was being
that
blown,
was
man.
early 90s, like 91, 92.
Yeah, 91, 92, 93.
Yeah.
So anyway, with regards to Steely Dan, like I said earlier, um, I was into like heavy classic rock, like Led Zeppelin, Black
Yeah.
Sabbath, like that. So
Yeah.
the other side of classic rock, I was kind of like, yeah, that's kind of soft. Eagles, Steely
Yeah.
Dan,
Yeah.
whoever, that side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you were talking about Steely Dan, I guess
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
you were listening to them at the time and you were raving about them. So me, Miguel, and Dave were like, oh, because we by that time we were already disciples. So whatever
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever Jesus says, the sons need to go. Yeah, he's fucking right. Steely Dan, yeah. So me and the three of us we started listening to Steely Dan because you said that Steely Dan was cool. So in our mind was like, well, if June thinks they're cool, they're probably cool, man. So we got into Steely Dan, and we are the biggest Steely Dan fans now because of you. So that's yeah, because of that, man.
Plus, you'll never hear a Steely Dan concert. They never played till later on.
Yeah,
Later
90s,
on, yeah. No,
90s.
no,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
They
Because
they never played live. They always go to the studio and get all these other musicians and they jam. They merge their ideas.
yeah,
That's how they get that. It's different.
grabe no.
They're a different band, and when the 70s, they were already different.
Yeah,
They were like messengers from a different planet. Like
yeah,
they were already telling you what they feel and how
yeah,
it's going to be. And actually, the technical side of it, the chords and all that, I try to mimic them. I try to get some of that.
uh-huh.
It's like a learning process for me. I get the good chords that I like. I learn it. I learn it fast though, because I have a good ear that time,
Uh-huh.
and I still mix it with my songs. I still
Yeah.
mix it with my songs.
Wow. Yeah.
So some people think like the Bodhisattvas name of the album came from Steely Dan, but that's yeah, probably, but it really came from when I became a Buddhist.
Yeah, Buddhist. Yeah, yeah. You told us that. I mean, because I remember you saying that in the interviews of that first album when you had to promote it, that you said na it's not the Steely Dan song. It's because I'm a Buddhist, and a Bodhisattva is like a shepherd, right? It's like a
Yeah,
shepherd
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
He can go to heaven already and
Yeah.
leave everybody,
Uh
but
huh.
no, he no. I come back and I have to save all these living beings on the planet.
So
You
a
know.
Bodhisattva never quote unquote, I guess, ascends to heaven. He has
Yeah,
to stay on
yeah,
this plane the whole
yeah.
time
The whole time, he brings the heavenly feeling in him, and it
because
show and
he's already at
yeah,
that
he's
level.
already he's already in nirvana. So he just
Ah,
lets that feeling.
shit.
Yeah,
Damn,
he
that's
just
deep.
he gives that feeling back to the people.
That's
What they
deep,
want,
man.
what they want to see. If you want to see Jesus, you want to see Muhammad. He gives it to you
Yeah,
just to be with you, individually or in general. You know, I
yeah.
mean, but in general, when I say general, when you're in the audience, when people are watching you. But to me, it's a heart-to-heart talk, like what we're doing now. It's still, you know,
Right.
we're still in the learning process. I'm learning from you, and we're friends, and we can talk like this. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh man, I learned so much from you, man. I mean that's for sure. I mean, and another thing is that when you use Bodhisattva, and I guess I remember I learned it from high school. I guess, or you learn about the Indian the Hindu religion.
yeah. The Hindu,
You
yeah,
know,
of course.
like just the just the like the surface of it. It doesn't go any
Uh,
deeper than the surface.
uh, uh,
But uh, but then you go, then that explanation, like, and then of course, right now you just said what a bodhisattva is, and it's just deep. It's so deep, man. To be enlightened and just saying, you know what, I'm gonna stay here and help other people. I have nothing else to
yeah,
prove. You know, it's like
yeah.
I'm there already, so might as well help out. It's the best, man. Yeah, dude. So okay, let's talk about the new album, man, and then
Yeah, yeah.
we'll go back in time again in later on. So anyway, my reaction is that um, Jamie Wilson just posted something about your album coming out a day before it came out, or 2 days before it came out, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Jun Lopito has a new album. You know, Jun Lopito and the Bodhisattvas. I'm like, oh, the last time I heard that was what, 97? 97, right? The
Yeah,
first album.
97, 97. Yeah.
So that's, oh, fuck, that's 23 years ago. Oh my
Actually,
God.
I recorded it 95. So it's
Oh,
2020 now. So it's like 25 years
it's,
now.
oh my God, 25
But
years.
in between that, I was helping Pepe do his album because he
Yeah.
couldn't do it, you know.
Idiosyncrasies, right?
So yeah,
Yeah.
me and Don D. Ledesma, the late Don D. Ledesma, we
Yeah.
went to a studio, a small studio, and I mean Don D's studio, you know. So we
Yeah.
finished that there. Yeah, it took a year and a half, also, you know, a long time. Yeah,
Wow. So
long
that,
time.
but so, oh yeah, idiosyncrasy. And then so when it's so the excitement was just like in shock. It's like, and then 2 days later from that first announcement, it's out. So you're like, oh man, I got it. And then
Yeah.
it came out. The thing is, it came out on Spotify
Uh huh.
uh, first in the Philippines. So
Yep.
Jane,
Yep. Yep.
everyone had heard it, but it hadn't come out yet here in the West Coast because they
Uh,
had to wait till midnight. You know, technically. So
oh,
I was,
so that's how it works now. Well,
yeah,
at least it's fast, man. I mean, at least it's fast with all
yeah.
these techies and all that. I'm glad, you know. I'm glad.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, they had to. I guess it was an automatic release on midnight, but then of course Manila time is 11 hours ahead from here.
Yeah.
So you guys, in that part of the world could hear it 11 hours before I could. So I had to wait the next day to, and then yeah. But as soon as midnight hit, man, I was like, fuck. just press play on the first song, and then pucha pare, it's like it. The first song is like it's really laid
Sagala
back,
girl.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like so
Oh
laid
yeah.
back. I'm like, oh, June. This is like June in Puerto Galera. Oh my god, this is like. And then, but my favorite song so far is "Tanging Sandata."
Yeah, that song is
Oof.
that song was composed by Paul Putian. There's this new guy.
I know
I
Paul, man.
mean, yeah, Paul Putian wrote the song, the lyrics, and sang it.
Uh huh.
Because the track was already there. The track that I did was already there.
Oh, okay.
So
Are there?
actually, yeah, that track actually was supposed to be for Chikoy Pura a long time ago, 1979
What?
or 78. Yeah, yeah. It was like I was doing all these tracks already. That kind of chord. It's like I just made it a little faster with Paul. I
Okay.
just made it a little faster with Paul. Oh no,
Are
a
you?
little slower, a little slower,
Oh, a little slower.
a little
Yeah,
groove
yeah,
there. You know,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Because with the
So,
jerks, it was faster. Yeah.
oh, okay. Are there Steely Dan chords in that song?
No, there's a Free. You know the band Free, right? Paul
Yeah.
Rogers,
Oh
Free,
yeah.
yeah,
I,
bad
I
company.
love
So
Free, man.
it's actually their it's similar to their chord, but I place a different tempo.
Right.
And actually, I still have another album to do if I can do it. It's more of a jazz thing. This one can be like a Steely Dan.
Wow.
I have players in mind already to do it. And I just have to do it. But of course, it didn't go. Ellie, yeah, I would like to thank Ellie. If offshore Ellie Bandia was not around, I wouldn't be talking to you now.
Right, right. This is offshore music, right?
Yeah, it's offshore music.
His record company.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
I was asking him because I still have a lot of no. Can we do it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sige, sige. Let's do that. But
Uh-huh.
then this pandemic came in.
Yeah.
Okay, I think God wants us to stop for a while.
Yeah. It's like you guys are fucking
Yeah,
going too
yeah,
fast for your own good,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Start to clean up the planet, man. Clean
Yeah.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
the yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about the
yeah,
players who yeah, and shout out to also Paul Putian, man. I know Paul.
yeah.
He's the vocalist and guitarist of Coffee Break Island.
Kaya coffee break. Yeah.
One of my favorite bands of all time. Not just Pinoy band, but of all time, man. I love that band. So when I heard, I didn't. So when the song came on, it's a shuffle, the bam bam bara.
Yeah,
And then because I didn't know he was singing, and then he comes on, starts singing, and go, "That's fucking Paul! Holy shit!"
yeah.
And then from verse pre-chorus, and then the chorus, ay nak ng puta. I was like, holy! I was freaking out. This song is so good, man. And it was like, wow. And then it would sink in. It's like Paul Putian singing on Jun Lopito. Oh man, it's
Actually, I had two singers to sing. It was Paul Putian
uh-huh.
and Lady I of
Oh yeah,
Lady
yeah,
I. Yeah,
there's the
but
female vocals, yeah.
yeah, we couldn't fit in the whole song, and it was running out of time. And I think Lady I had a tour somewhere. I couldn't get hold of her, so okay, let's just do this and finish it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It just yeah. I mean, I go with the flow. I don't try to block it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That during when the pandemic had just started, there was I was in YouTube. I was starting to learn about the Tao, the
Okay. Yeah.
concept.
Yeah.
It's like, and
Yeah.
like you're saying, it's like go with the flow. It's like
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
happens, just
Yeah.
go with the flow, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just let it
Yeah.
happen.
Uh,
So I get what you're saying. And then the other song that I like is it's a rocker. Oh god, let me pull it up here on my phone. And who who's the personnel in this who's the rhythm section?
what
June.
what song?
On the album, who are the players? Who's the
Uh,
drummer?
it sometimes it's Rene Chong.
Oh, it's
It's
Chong.
Chong. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Chong was
Okay.
playing drums. Most of the tracks it's Chong.
Wow.
And in Sagala Girl, I have um, Makoy Alcantara, who's
Uh-huh.
the son of this Crispa basketball team. Epoy Alcantara, number 4. He was our neighbor in Tondo in Manila.
Uh-huh.
So I used to see him like a small kid, really small. I mean,
Yeah.
I was playing in the church and all that. He was still small, and then one time in a gig, Rolly brought the Makoy to play, and he goes, Kuya Jun, di mo na ako naalala? Sabi ko, sino ka? Ako, ako si Makoy. Makoy ano, Alcantara. Sabi ko, Makoy, maliit na bata. Ang laki mo na sa mas malaki pa sa akin. And he was steady. He was steady. Just sabi ko,
Oh,
just
okay.
play like Charlie Watts. This
Yeah.
song, just play like Charlie.
Nice, nice. Okay, so the other song, Royal Beggar. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Royal Beggar, dude. Oh my God. Those the chords in
yeah,
that. Oh, that was like, oh, that's the aggressive fucking no holds barred
yeah.
tune, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a that's a Tom Petty Heartbreakers influence in me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That had that one.
And Chong played on that one too.
Yeah, Chong played.
Yeah.
My sister's wife, my wife's brother,
Uh-huh.
Eric Hernandez played bass. Yeah,
Okay.
and then Rafi Miranda of Coffee Break
Uh-huh.
played, keyboard, and
Keyboard.
who else played guitar? I did like 5 takes of guitar, and Ellie and I mean Audrey, we just tried to mix it up,
Right, right.
blend it, Yeah.
Yeah, man. That track is smoking. You can feel no, you can feel it, man. Even Chong, you can feel the drive, the way he's
Yeah,
hitting the snare,
yeah, yeah.
and the whole and your guitar tone, man. Oh my
Ah,
God, bro!
uh,
You gotta talk about the guitar tone, man. Can you go ahead? Go ahead.
um,
What guitar did you use?
it's a 1954 Melody Maker. I'm into Gibsons now. I
Really?
mean, yeah, yeah, I'm into Gibsons now. And
Wow.
I still use the Strat. I mean, for the crisp parts, the
Uh huh.
fenders. But I had to. I had. I remember when I was starting to play guitar, and my first guitar was like. I borrowed a guitar for a program in school, and it was a Gibson Les Paul.
Uh huh.
It was fucking heavy, man.
Yeah. Back
I
when
couldn't I couldn't take this. So I somebody gave me, a friend of mine gave me a SG, a Gibson SG.
uh
That's
huh.
my first actually, um, for when I started to play with Airwaves with Pepe in 1977. That was my axe. It's a SG. I was
So
using an SG.
on Summer Wind, that's the SG.
Yeah, it's a SG.
Wow,
Yeah,
fuck. No
SG.
wonder. No
Yeah.
wonder ang
Uh,
lakas ng kagat niya,
but
man.
but on Summer Winds is actually, I never played. I only played like rhythm there, or my second track with Gary Perez.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, I was using he was using a Strat. It was very dominant, and I was using an SG. Yeah. So
So what
it was like a sharp and a very very round black hole sound there,
Black hole. Yeah, that's the sound of Angus Young, man.
Yep.
ACDC, man.
Yeah,
It's
ACDC.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's crisp, but it's excuse me, it's bastos pa rin.
Yeah, yeah. I think Gibson for me came back again after a long time. After I got sick, while I was doing the album with Ellie, the offshore, something happened to me. It's like, okay, here I am again. I'm going to die again. I
Oh
mean,
shit.
so yeah. I had this bad heart thing, and I had to recuperate.
Uh-huh.
And I think after I got out, I had a strange likeness with the Gibson again, and a bond with the Gibson. It suits my being. I mean, because when I play guitar, I feel the whole body and the electric in my whole body,
You can feel
body of the
the
guitar.
vibration, yeah.
Yeah, you become one with the
Wow.
guitar and you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can feel it with that Gibson. It was different.
Ah. So when you were recovering, you were playing on the Gibson.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Because
And
it
I
gave you
came out, yeah.
because
I
it gave
came
you
out, yeah, yeah, yeah. It gave me the edge. It gave me that sweet, sweet tone and the thickness.
yeah,
It's not matining. It's not very sharp or bright, too bright. It has
yeah,
that round, edgy sound.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
man.
thanks to Les Paul.
Yeah, of
I
course.
hope I hope they send me a new Gibson.
Hey man, you never know. I'm gonna tag Gibson guitars. Yeah, Jun Lopito plays the SG baby. Give
No,
him a
but
Black Beauty. Wha-
with the Royal Beggar, I did an acoustic as a bed. I was doing an acoustic. It's like
Uh-huh.
five tracks, five guitars.
Wow.
You won't. That's why it has that sound, you know.
Okay.
And I used the melody maker for that. I used for the lead part. I used the melody maker.
What's a melody? I'm sorry,
The
for
the
my
Gibbs
ignorance.
the Gibson melody maker. It's a
Oh,
kind of
okay.
it's not an SG. It's a melody maker. It's nice.
Oh, okay.
It's like a baby Les Paul, but it's not a Les Paul. It's a melody maker. It's
All right.
1954. It was made 1954, man.
God
So it
damn.
was. It has that kind of pickup, that P40. Oh no, not P40. That's a Mustang World War II plane. It's a P52 or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, and it was hand coiled, not
Uh-huh.
a machine. It was hand coiled by the Gibson makers,
Wow.
and it's a single pickup.
Where
It's
did you
just
get
one
this
pickup.
guitar? Where'd you get this
Uh,
guitar?
a friend of mine from the Navy in Olongapo
Uh-huh.
sent me this for a Christmas or birthday gift. He's now in Missouri. He just got back from. He was there in California, and he
Okay.
just went back a couple of weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he sent me this. He's very close. We're close. We're like brothers.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. And so how do so the five guitars, let's get nerdy a bit for the
Yeah, yeah. Well,
because a lot of
yeah,
guitarists are gonna be
yeah.
listening to this.
So okay,
Yeah.
I Bong Lennon. I think. No, no, no. That was in Sagala Girl. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I did two tracks with the Melody Maker. One with the Taylor, and
The Taylor
and
acoustic.
yeah. I think I put up my 1970 Strat, but on a fat. Yeah, I think I had only four. Excuse
Four
me.
guitars.
Yeah, yeah, four guitar tracks.
Wow. And what amp did you use? Amp or amps?
Nah, ampules? No, no. I was using the Marshall. I was
Nice.
using a Marshall. It's
Yeah,
like
man.
I think it's a JCM 900 or
900.
800. Yeah, yeah. I
Oh
think
yeah,
so.
those guys. Yeah, those things are. My gosh, those things are forever
Yeah.
monsters.
Yeah, they're good. Marshalls to any guitars are good. Even twin reverbs are good
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
guitars. Yeah. Twin
I
reverbs and
actually,
Marshalls.
I actually like the Fender, um, the
Sh-
combos, the one
The
with the two
combos, yeah,
speakers.
yeah,
Those are
yeah.
nice.
That's good. That's good apps. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good apps. Well, now I have like champ Fender champ. It's like a 40 watt. It's good enough for me, But
Uh huh.
I'm tripping on acoustic most of the time.
Right. Right. Right.
It's a because that's how I started. You like before playing, uh, I play with an acoustic, which is like a heavy ball. When you play basketball, you play with a heavy
Yeah.
ball. When you
Right.
Yeah, and so when you touch the ball, when you touch the neck of the guitar, it's soft.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like a
When you
nut.
when you
Yeah,
switch to electric guitar, yeah, it's
yeah,
soft. Yeah.
it's soft and
Yeah.
nice and tender and all that, just like a beautiful lady.
Yeah. I know what you mean, man. Uh, okay, so since we're there already, let's um what what was your how did you start playing guitar? What made you are you your childhood? When did you start? How did when what? Yeah, go.
My
Yeah.
my my uh, my my, uh, my brother, my sister married Tony Halandoni.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Halandoni was with the Downbeats and with Pepe Smith
Okay.
during the '60s, and
Right.
they played with the Beatles. They fronted the Beatles in Rizal Baseball Stadium.
Wow.
So I got that feeling, and I got interested, but I was like only 7 years old, so I couldn't really, I was still playing, riding the bicycle, going to Ross Boulevard and swimming
Uh-huh.
there. It was clean.
It
Ross
was clean.
Boulevard was like Puerto Galera before, I mean,
Yeah.
it
There's
was, yeah, we just swim there and go back on our bicycles and went back to the
wow.
street.
That's what it's meant to be, man.
Yeah. But
No Dolomite, man.
yeah. And then there was a lot of parties at the house because my dad was like Bob Hope. He's a comedian. He came before Dolby, so he was
Oh.
performing. He was performing for the U.S. bases, and
He
all
was a
that.
stand-up comedian.
He's stand-up comedian. He's
Wow,
very
your dad
very
was a
good.
stand-up comedian?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's where I got Lupito. That's his name.
Lupito? Why?
Lup,
What's the
Lup,
origin of Lupito?
Lupito is the name of my dad. That's his stage name.
Oh, a stage name.
So
Okay.
we have the same name, which is very long. Wolfrando Javier Lavalan. I mean, it's too long.
Oh, yeah,
I can't
Lavalan. That's your...
I can't put that in the album, man. It's like
Yeah.
a
And the
so.
Bodhisattvas.
Then when I was starting as a folk singer, um, I said I don't want to be like going through the shadows of my dad like other kids like Dolphy Jr. went, Panchito Jr. went, and no, I want to be me.
Wait,
That
what was your father's name in on stage?
Lupito,
Just just
Lupito,
just
Lupito
Lupito?
Luis, Lupito Luis Vizcawayan. He was the sidekick of this bigger actress, a bigger comedian, Lupita. They were they were they
Ah,
were they were doing the tawag ng tanghalan on
okay.
Luneta.
Oh,
It
okay.
was yeah, a long time ago. A long time ago.
Yeah.
Before the war and during the war
Oh,
and after the war. Yeah.
wow. Well, and
So
tawag ng tanghalan is like a variety show, right? Or something?
that's
am I
that's that's my dad's show.
Oh, okay.
My dad made
Oh,
that show
holy
with the
shit.
backup of the
Government.
U.S. military.
US
Yeah.
military.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, see? Now I'm learning so much shit. My mind's being blown again. So he went by Lupito. Just that. Just
Yeah,
one
he
name.
was Lupito. One name,
Okay.
Lupito. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead, sir.
Yeah, well, my dad was he was a big star. I really never get to meet him, he just comes home to Valhalla in Pasay, and he sees me in the street. He ride in. It's got this canary yellow Cadillac, like whoa, it's a big car,
Wow.
and goes down and gives me chocolate money. 50 pesos, 1964 was a lot of money.
Yeah, that was
no,
a lot of
no,
money.
no wonder my friends are like, come on, let's go to the sari store, buy the store.
Oh my
During
damn.
that Valhalla Street, Valhalla, Moana, Pasadena, it's in Harrison, FB Harrison. It's near the Pasay City Hall.
Uh-huh.
And mostly in the 60s when I was growing up, there was a seven door apartment, a 3-story high, and mostly the people that were living there were pilots for the Vietnam War.
Oh, okay.
So some of them are like they're trying to make league out to my sisters.
Yeah.
So they give me a Nestle Crunch, all these toys. Hey, give this to your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even Pepe goes there. Hey, I want to. Where's your sister? I mean, who are you? Yeah. And he just shows me this Rolling Stone magazine, Rolling Stone record. See
Uh-huh.
that? That's me. So, but I knew as a kid, like, I don't believe this guy.
Yeah.
you
So he
just
would
want
point he
you,
would
you
point
just want to get in my sister's pants.
Ah. Pepe would point to
And
Mick
we had
Jagger.
yeah, yeah. We had parties in the house. It was like
Right.
the house where I grew up was a U.S. captain's house residence.
Oh,
I think after the war, this captain was very close to my dad and
uh-huh.
gave and let my dad live there. It has an underground from Harrison going straight to DV Boulevard. I mean Ross Boulevard,
Uh-huh.
and you
There's
can
a
ride a
ton.
submarine from there. You can ride
Oh,
a submarine from
yeah.
there.
Oh, there's an escape route from there. There's
Yes,
a
yes,
tunnel. Did you
yeah.
see the tunnel? Did they show you the tunnel?
I know my sisters were telling me about it,
Oh,
but
okay.
they when I was growing up they shut it. They the underground was still there. The
They just
underground
sealed
was
it.
still
They
there.
just
Yeah,
sealed it.
they sealed the door. I said, "What's behind that door?" It's just all bricks and all that. It was nice down there. It was how big that bungalow was underneath. It's like a air raid thing. I mean,
And,
you can hide under
uh-huh.
with everything, with a bar,
Holy shit.
with all the drinks, and a sofa. I
Oh
mean,
my God. You
and
know what? Okay.
my dad had this radio room. It was like a radio room. I don't know if you watch
C
that.
CB
Yeah,
radio?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Uh-huh.
To get in touch with the
Yeah.
U.S. forces.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that was that, yeah,
now
for
I'm trying to figure out what my dad was job was.
yeah. He might have been a spy. Imagine that. Oh my God,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah,
can make that into a movie, bro. Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Comedian kaya pala ano pala
But
spy
he's a
pala.
comedian. He's a
Yeah.
comedian, and he makes those Americans laugh, man. So he's
Wow.
like Bob. He was like Bob Hope. My
Right,
dad
right,
was a
right.
lawyer. My dad was a lawyer. So he was a lawyer. He was a guerrilla. He was a captain.
God damn.
Yeah.
Wow,
My
he was
my mother my mother and my father met in the war. They fought the
ah.
war, World War.
Your mom was a gorilla also?
Yeah. My mom
Wow.
my mom is like 1/4 Portuguese.
Wow.
So she was kind of tisay tisay, and all that.
Uh-huh.
Plus, yeah, and my grandmother usually talked to me in Portuguese. I said, I don't know that. What are you talking about?
It sounded like a Sergio Mendes
Yeah,
album.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
Yeah, and
my God,
yeah,
that's a colorful family, man.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
yeah. Well, when it lasted, yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Uh, so so I guess you were just surrounded by artists the
Yeah,
whole
yeah. I
time.
was
Yeah.
surrounded with artists, and then my dad died. I had to move. We had to move, sell the house. We went to Bulacan.
Okay.
So from the cosmopolitan living and all the U.S. bases and all that, you know, I, we went to Bulacan, stayed there. Went to a public school,
Uh huh.
and I learned so much with nature, with the people there.
Oh, yeah.
I learned to fight square. I mean, bare
Right.
hands,
Yeah. Yeah.
square.
Yeah. Square. Yeah.
Ride the cows. Like my classmate will go, come on, take a ride. Where are we going? Back to school with that cow? Yeah, it's a herd. A herd of cows. Just jump
Yeah.
on one. Where's it going to go? At the back. Remember, our first subject was gardening, and they all go to that part where they eat the grass.
Oh my
So it was
God.
like it was funny. It was a different trip. It was a different trip in Bulacan.
You
Well, there I wanted to learn to play guitar, but I couldn't really. I didn't have the chops yet, but I was holding the 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 acoustic guitar of my brother-in-law, and try to fiddle it a bit. And
uh-huh.
you want to learn? So, not yet, kuya. Yeah, it's still.
How old were you? How old
I
were
was
you?
around. I was turning 10. I
Oh,
was
okay.
turning 10.
Oh yeah, you're
And
still a
and he
kid.
was
Yeah.
he and he. I could remember he was listening to Cream. Pop
Cream. Yeah.
history, yeah.
Uh huh.
Crossroad. The song was Crossroads, and
Oh
I got,
man.
I got that. Whoa, that's a nice song. Down
Yeah.
to the crossroads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eric Clapton is on fire on that song, man.
nice.
Yeah.
So it stuck, got my head. I really got stuck, and yeah, then I got to play it.
Yeah.
Then I got. Now I'm living near the crossing in Show Boulevard.
Crossroads talaga. So now that we're talking about Crossroads, and if anybody's listening out there who's a music fan, and we're talking about that version, that it's a live version of Crossroads by Cream, and Eric Clapton's playing there is just unbelievable. That's the same fire that I'm feeling from that beggar song, Royal Beggar. It's the same
Yeah,
fire that
yeah,
just
yeah.
aggressive, and so it was Eric Clapton that sparked the fire in you.
Well, yeah, I mean, George Harrison had a little influence to me when I was playing in the church.
Ah,
We had this jazz mass thing during the early 70s. They had jazz mass. So all the choir goes down and we were playing like jazz songs. And the choir was singing like jazz songs. But
wow.
we were playing like I was learning to play guitar. I was like 13, 14 years old. So I was trying to learn to play the slide. And while the choir was taking their communion, we were up there and I was playing, give me love, give me peace on earth. And My Sweet Lord, I mean,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was,
yeah.
both songs had slide guitars, and I really couldn't hit those notes. Not until now.
Oh, really? Is it difficult to play that?
Yeah, yeah. He mutes it. George Harrison mutes it somewhere there in his palm.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So what's the point of that muting? So it's not loud.
So
It's
I
more
mean,
controlled.
yeah, it's more controlled because
Ah,
if you play on a standard,
uh-huh.
you have to mute the other strings. But if
Right.
you're playing on open tune,
Yeah.
you can let it go.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Because that's what probably Robert Johnson had, during his all these blues players, Hound Dog Taylor, and all that. They can play.
Just what
Actually,
the just the barcode,
yeah, yeah,
the
the
bar chord.
barcode. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the most easiest to do is an open G. because you just drop the the fat E to a D, and
Uh-huh.
the low E to a D. So you already have, and the A becomes G,
Right.
and that's it. You have the
Yeah.
open G.
Yeah, the open G, yeah. And you can do so much with that open G, you know.
Yeah, like the what's this band? The black no the black rose,
The Black
black
Rose.
rose. Yeah,
Yeah, the Black Rose.
they were playing more on open G.
Yeah. A lot of their songs are
Yeah, you see,
yeah. Yeah.
it becomes like a different. It's like it sounds like two guitars in one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah. Man, see, I'm such a fan of the electric guitar because, the only thing is, I can't play it. I can play chords, but the
yeah.
soloing, nah, that's it. Nope, 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 nope. Not for me.
Hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to play the solo
Yeah.
actually with the electric because sometimes you overbend, and sometimes it's the notes you don't need to bend. You just
Yeah.
slide it,
Yeah.
then bend from there.
Right.
So I learned techniques from Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck.
Mm.
Yeah, those two guys got me, and Dwayne Allman.
Oh,
I
Dwayne
I
Allman.
learned I learned the way they, and Dickie Betts too. The way they hold those notes. They can
Uh-huh.
and then they just move back. Of course, during the 70s, there was no any overdrive and all that. It was cranking the amp.
Yeah.
So they just move back, and the guitar will just sustain there for the longest time if you
Yeah.
want.
Santana would do
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
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 Santana does that.
Yeah. And they just make it feedback and they just
Yeah,
that's it.
feedback. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, that is
Yeah,
such
they do. Yeah.
see, that's one thing that that's one major thing that modern guitarists don't do anymore that I
Yeah,
see.
the
The
feedback.
feedback, just you're just shaking. If you see like Angus Young, he does that too with the
Yeah,
SG, and
yeah, yeah,
man, it's just you're just
yeah.
shaking
It's like
the
it's yeah, yeah. So you can actually think of what am I going to do after the break.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can hold that note, and
But then it
yeah,
produces
you
such
get
a yeah,
such a long and sweet sustain,
yeah,
and you can actually think of the next execution of a scale if you want to.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like getting down. It's the last 10 seconds of the ball game, and you're dribbling down, and you're just waiting to where the hell is
Well,
that player gonna come out?
yeah, yeah. You're the point guard. It's
Well,
like,
yeah,
what the fuck is going on?
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I was a frustrated basketball player. I really wanted to.
Yeah.
I was fast. I can run fast. I tried to run in the track and field. I was a
So,
sporty guy because I was sickly. I wanted to
oh,
develop my stamina.
all right.
So it
So,
never happened. Yeah.
so who do you follow in the NBA these days?
I'm still a Michael Jordan fan. I'm
Oh,
still a
Michael
Michael
Jordan.
Jordan. After that, I never bothered
Okay.
to watch anymore. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I get to see Kobe. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, Namyo Horenge Kyo to Kobe and his
Oh,
family.
yeah. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so okay, so what era is this? Is this mid '60s when you're or late '60s already?
No, no, no.
Oh,
Mani Adea,
uh-huh.
Mani Adea, my Buddhist friend. But
Yeah, yeah.
Kalye days na, when we were still jamming. And then he told me, oh, interesado ka ba sa basketball? Sabi ko, wala na si Jabbar eh. Wala na
Oh, yeah,
So,
because that was the time, that was the era of Jordan, the '90s.
yeah, the
Yeah,
90s.
yeah.
So, check out this guy. So I watch him. Whoa! Sabi ko, where's this guy coming from? I mean, he walks on air, man.
Yeah, man.
Shit. Sabi ko. Then I got back. I got back again.
Uh,
After the Bodhisattvas album, when it came
Uh-huh.
out, 95.
Yeah.
The promotion for until 97, but it 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 turned me around. Like nothing's happening in the real music scene. I
Uh-huh.
mean, it's a different thing that's going,
Yeah.
and I said, okay, since I'm still young, I mean, like I was like 33 or 34, I could still use this 7 years to play basketball, but not big basketball. I try to make a small ring, a small ball, and
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I, I, I drink and pot with my friends, and we play by barbecue in the canto, and we play. Set
You
of
play mini
rules.
basketball?
Yeah, mini
Oh my
basketball.
god, that's
It
fucking
was,
hilarious.
yeah. We had a rule. I mean, people, business guys, the guys who owns bakery,
Uh-huh.
guys who own my neighbors in Riverside. So okay, let's start a game while we're drinking, and
Yeah, yeah.
so we won't get lethargic here. I mean,
Yeah.
let's try to move, man.
Oh,
So
that's cool,
that,
man.
so after the
So
game,
wait.
yeah.
What's the rules? Do you have to dribble the ball? I mean, a small
No,
ball like
no,
that?
yeah,
No.
no. You shoot. You let the ball fall in marks. If it's on a red mark, you dribble, and you
Okay.
all the players involved will be your there
Oh,
will be your opposing
it's
team.
every man for
It's a,
himself.
yeah, yeah. So, and then it was like a three shot. You take three shots on the first uh, near the. It's like a foul shot. Then you move to a 3 point shot. You
Okay.
take two. Then the
Uh-huh.
game's over. You're done. You sit down, and then the next player will catch on. Yeah. But then
Oh,
there's this victory shot from the far end
okay.
for where the ilang ilang tree is and the calamansi tree. We put up a spot there. If you shoot that, it it's it's like Jolens, diba? The victory Jol. You have to shoot that Jolen from the
From
base to the fourth hole.
yeah.
So yeah, so it's like if you shoot that, you win. You win all. You
Oh
win
my
all.
god.
And
So wait.
and and it's and it's funny that every Christmas
Uh-huh.
it went on for like 10 years.
Oh
We
my
were playing for
god.
10 years. Yeah, that's why we buy this cup, and we put a lot of weed, and we call it the cannabis cup. and,
They have that here in the
and,
States too, man.
then
Cannabis cup.
we had different sponsors every year. It's like Pale Pilsen,
Uh,
then came up the Budweiser Philippines. So Budweiser for this year,
oh
So
really?
who loses buy a case of Budweiser.
So wait a minute, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Who came up with the rules is my question. Who came up
I
with
did. I did. But there's a part there when it bounces on the yellow, you start
uh-huh.
dribbling. You start. I know when it bounces to the red, you start dribbling. When it bounces to you let the ball hit the ring, and if it doesn't go shoot and bounces to the yellow,
Uh-huh.
you just have to follow up. No more dribble. You just jump and dunk it.
Oh, okay.
The height was like 7 feet and 7 inches. You know. So it's just right for you to hang time. I mean, go under the basket. We had so much fun. I mean, too
Oh
bad we
my
didn't
god.
too bad we didn't video that. I mean, some of the
Oh my
players now
god.
are in Canada, and sometimes we get to you chat and all that. It's in
Oh,
Canada.
dude.
Very good players. I mean, fuck, I
So
was
wait,
pumped out.
how frequent for 10 years, but how frequent? Like how many times a week
Every
would you
every week, every Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, every
They,
weekend,
they
yeah.
don't yeah, the lawyer doesn't have any work, or so, let's go there straight, let's start partying.
Right.
We
Okay.
listen to while we listen to the Bodhisattvas album.
Ah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
So in your journey, what was your first band?
I pl-
When was
I
your first band?
1976. I was a folk singer for the longest time.
Uh-huh.
Well, for a year with all the folk singers, I was backing them up because
Ah,
you have to be somebody. I mean, sounding someone like, because before you get into a folk house, you have to sound like James Taylor, you sound like Cat Stevens, and
right.
I didn't sound like anybody. So
Yeah.
so so I said, "Whoa, I'm on the shits here," you know.
Yeah.
So I just dropped out from school. I said, "This is the only job I'm willing to go on forever."
Yeah.
And Peter Frampton comes out 1975. You know, "Baby, I love your way, show me the way." So I said, "I'll be
The
Peter
the,
Frampton."
the live album.
Yeah, Frampton comes alive. So
Nice. Okay.
I tried to get all the instrumentals there. "Penny for Your Thought," the "Show Me." Of course, on the radio it was "Baby, I Love Your Way" and "Show Me the
Uh-huh.
Way." You know, with the
Yeah. Yeah.
talkback.
Yeah.
So I became an instant hit in the folk scene. So
Because you played that album.
because I played that album. And
Wow.
the Filipino crowd, when they, yun yung nasa
Yeah,
radyo,
Peter Frampton.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Fighter
yeah.
Pramplon.
Yeah.
And then I was playing with Willie Filona. We were folk singers at the Last Unicorn before it became the Hobbit House.
Uh-huh.
And Pete Canson and Bong Soto was playing there. And I I j- uh, I joined them. I
Mm.
joined them. Yeah,
And
that
that was
1977.
a
It
three-piece
was it
band.
was no. It was funny because sometimes the drummer appears. Sometimes they don't. But the mainstay was two two saxophones and two guitars. Wow, can you
Oh,
imagine two guitars
wow.
and two saxophones? You know, and
No
then the bass
bass?
players.
Okay.
Sometimes Samson of Petrified goes there and jam with us. You know,
Uh-huh.
June Lucas comes there, and June Virai was playing drums for Genesis. The name of the band was Genesis Two,
Uh-huh. Because there was
and
already a Genesis one.
yeah, because there was a Genesis, you know.
Yeah.
So okay, and then yeah, I was playing, and we were. It was a progressive ethnic jazz. It was like a weather
Wow.
report kind of thing, but with indigenous instruments. That's what,
Yeah.
like we have there.
Right.
Uh, and then one time, 1977, there was a party in the Pete Canson's place, and Pepe, Gary Perez, and Edmond Fortuna showed up in the party,
Uh-huh.
and we jammed for a while, and then said, "Ah, you're the brother of Tony Halandoni. I know your brother-in-law. He played with Sabi ko, yeah, I know you. You used to had the hots for my sister." So he got me to. He asked me, "Would you like to be a second guitar for the Airwaves?"
Oh.
I was like 17 years old. So, okay, I didn't. I said I jumped into the boat at once. I asked Pete, this is my turn. I want to. You know me, I'm a rock and roller. Yeah, I could play a little jazz and all that,
Yeah.
but
Right.
I want to play rock and roll. This is what I was born to.
Yeah. Wow. So your first band, official band, was the Airwaves.
The Airwaves, yeah, with
Wow.
Pepe. It was 1977.
And
1977. Then 78, since my other brother-in-law, Bobby G, was under Nilo Santos, so it was the Hare Krishna thing movement during that time.
uh-huh.
They were all eating vegetables and smoking vegetables too. So so um, he got me the first pick. Sampaguita, which is a friend of my sister's, Tessie
Uh-huh.
Alfonso,
Yeah.
recognized me, and yeah, I let's get him. Since he's with Pepe, we can use him. He's already at home with people at the crowd. He won't freeze on when to start.
Right. Yeah.
So we launched. I was the part of that Sampaguita first time in folk arts, 1970. I just forgot the month.
Uh
We
huh.
launched her and the New Moon concerts with Nilo
You
Santos.
were in her band at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. At the
Wow.
time.
So it was you and Gary.
No, no, wala pa si Gary. No,
Ah.
this is a long story. Actually, I can make a book out of this. My trip, because
Shit. Yeah.
when I was with Pepe,
Uh huh.
1977, nothing was going on in Manila. After concerts, yeah, concerts here, concerts there. But then Gary was an Olongapo guy, so he went back. He brought us there
Uh
without
huh.
Pepe. I
Uh
mean,
huh.
they had a little conflict. I mean, bands they have that
Right.
conflict, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like a battles of ego and all that.
Right.
So I said to Edmond, we can't just leave Pepe like that.
Uh
We
huh.
can't do that. But I was too young to speak my voice.
Uh huh.
So Edmond was like, "Yeah, we need a job. Let's just follow." Anyway, there's a club there, so we stayed there at least a couple of. We had a contract for 6 months at L Club. This was only where the where Gary plays and Maria Cafra plays, I think.
Okay.
And
So now. Okay. Sorry. Excuse me for a while.
yeah, yeah, sure.
So now, because this is a topic, the Olongapo era is a topic
Uh-huh.
that I'm so interested in. So before you move a little bit forward, so
Now we can
describe.
go to that topic.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, what
yeah,
does
we can
what?
move into that.
So before, so Gary
After,
Perez,
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah, Gary
told
Perez.
you.
Yeah,
So he
yeah,
said there's a regular gig up there in
yeah, yeah,
Olongapo.
yeah. So
So what?
after a couple of weeks,
Uh
I
huh.
was playing there, with them. We had a place to stay, of course, the rinky dink motels there.
Yeah.
And then Pepe showed up.
Okay.
Down the cigarette vendor. He was sitting down. I was one going to buy a cigarette, and he goes, "Piaps, whoa, oh, ikaw lang?" Sabi ko, "Ikaw lang mag-isa?" Yeah. He knew already. He had the sad face.
Okay.
Sama ka sa akin, buo tayo ng grupo. So, right,
This is in
me,
Olongapo.
this is Silolonga po in Magsaysay.
Okay.
Right then and then, I told them, and sabi ko, why don't you come up and jump? He didn't want to see Gary. He
Okay.
didn't want to see anybody. He just wanted to see me.
Right.
So, okay, sabi ko, no problem. I'll go with you. We'll go. So I went down with Pepe. I asked the Gary and Edmo, sabi ko, I can't take this anywhere.
Ah.
I'll go down. I'll go with
Wow.
Pepe.
So you didn't stay in Olongapo.
Didn't say no,
Wow.
Papa.
Oh my God.
I went there with the jerks
Later on.
later on, later on, later on.
So
But
by
then,
that time,
but when we,
but with the jerks that they were punk at the time. They were punk rock. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Every year was a different story for me. It was changing very fast. It was a fast pace. And when I was with Pepe down in Manila, we formed 1978. We formed the Red Cow.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of ours, Rico Velez, was playing bass, and they had a private place, 1978, and punk was in already. We were
Right.
getting the news, and I was like, okay, let's do this. The Vibrators, the Sex Pistols, the
Yeah.
Clash, and all that.
What did you think of
So,
that? What did you think of that music? Because I mean, you were coming from
yeah, yeah,
Cream and
yeah,
all
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I had that thing, but it was. I said the guitar works shitty, but the energy was pure.
Yeah, the
It
energy.
was. It's a pure energy. I said,
Yeah.
I like this. Because I was young. I was like 18. So it was like,
Oh,
yeah, I could do this. I could do this.
okay.
And Pepe also started to do a recording which we never really finished because we're always wasted.
Yeah.
So and then some in between that, I was playing session and Sampaguita. I played with Sampaguita for a while for just to launch her. It was like me, Jose Hilario, Mon Alberto, Javi Perez Rubio, all these Tisoy guys, you know. I mean,
Right. Uh-huh.
you know. So and Ray Nunez, who's here in the city hall, and we launched Sampaguita, and then probably when they heard sila Gary and Edmond heard that something was going on in Manila, they all went down,
Oh.
and I went back to Pepe, and they backed up Sampaguita. That's where
Oh.
they did that's where they did the album, the Pabongkahan
Oh.
thing and all that. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
that gig, that launch of Sampaguita was like the second, parang was like a second wave of
yeah. I mean, I'm always like that. I start something and somebody takes over.
yeah. That's called a pioneer, man.
Yeah. Well, to me, I'm okay. I could just stay home and watch Twilight Zone.
No, that's why, because you're naturally a bodhisattva, man. It's like, this is the one. This is my idea. I think it's cool. So
Yeah.
if you want it, you can have it. Just don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Just don't make a mess out of
Yeah,
that.
do that. Don't make a fool out of yourself.
So I went back to Pepe and to there's this tailoring at Quirino Avenue. It's called the Toppers, and the owner of that was a friend of ours. And all the textiles, the tela up there in the fourth floor, we transformed it into. We took up all the sheets and we brought it to the third floor and we made it into a club.
Oh my god!
So me and Pepe were playing there,
Holy
and
shit!
I met Floor, the drummer. It was like a rider bicycle, Elsinore. Hey, you need a drummer.
Uh
I'm your
huh.
guy. Because Edmond was with Sampaguita.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we didn't have a drummer. So we had a bass player. Uh, so it was actually two types of music that 1978 at the Toppers were doing. We were doing reggae because Rico had a girlfriend that went to Zimbabwe. It was like it's a Dutch embassy there.
Right.
And he came back, and it was already Rasta
Yeah.
1978. So he's telling about Bob Marley and all that. Okay, let's do
Wow.
something like a Tagalog thing about this.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
before Rolly. Rolly was still playing in the folk house in Hobbit with Rick and Roll. They were doing the mascara thing and all that,
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
songs in the album. So we were doing that privately because, of course, it was martial law. It has to be private. So
You
and
basically,
then,
you basically,
yeah.
dude,
But
excuse me.
but
You
but
basically made a fucking underground club.
yeah. It's actually, yeah. And
Yeah.
that
During
that play.
martial law. During martial law, dude. Oh
and
my god.
and 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 that time we were playing reggae and we were playing punk all at the same time.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had two singers, Boy Royo and then Pepe, and sometimes I do the singing myself. We have Babes Romero, sometimes clinch in to sing,
Uh huh.
but then everybody was too heavy on the stuff, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I couldn't do that. It was a different stuff, though it was good. So I moved out. And I called up Chikoy, because he was
Uh-huh.
a fellow folk singer.
Right.
Hey, let's do this. Let's form a group, and we'll get Floor. And Floor, the drummer, came with me, and Rico was playing also,
Uh huh.
unless he travels with his wife to Amsterdam or somewhere.
Right.
And we were left there, and we were doing the Clash thing and all the punk thing, the Sex Pistols.
Wow.
Um, yeah, that's what it's about. And Chikoy said I had to finish school first. It's a couple of months from now. So
Uh
he finished school, and we started the group. And he was asking me, what's wrong with the Pepe and the others and the boy, with the singer? They're
Yeah.
all always fucked up, man. So I had to put somebody straight on the stage, you know.
Wow. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Well, I don't blame Pepe and all the. That's their thing. They can do
Yeah. It's
what
their
they
thing. Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
They
Yeah. For
can do
sure.
that thing.
But you
I
needed to do.
just
You needed to do something.
yeah, I had that drive, man. I had
Yeah.
to do this, you know. I mean, while I'm young, I have to make this mark before everything fades away.
Yeah.
So we were doing that, and then I
So
met
you.
somebody. Yeah.
So during the Jerks years, you were. Did you play in the like? I only know stories like of Katrina's and these. Did you play
No, no, no,
underground or
no,
what
no,
was
no.
it like?
This is what happened. The name of the band before the Jerk was the Bureau.
Okay.
The Bureau of Sounds or something, but it was just the Bureau. It was
The
like
bureau.
a, yeah. And I had a girlfriend, it's an English girl, and I got to talk to Gene Simmons, Linda Ronstadt. They were friends of the girl, and
Wow.
um, and I was supposed to travel. We have to travel to Hampstead, London, then go to Paris, then go to. We had these all these stints as a model. She's like 22-year
Oh.
old model, very. So we had to do that, and she was doing a film with Oliver Reed in California, in Malibu, Huntington Beach. I don't know where that is. I never been in the States.
Yeah.
So um, and then we were going to settle in Miami because that's where Gene Simmons was going to stay.
Right.
So I think I had already the contract from Devo. You remember this new wave group,
Oh
Devo?
yeah, Devo. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah. So
They're still alive here.
yeah, I got to talk to the guitar player or the singer or something, and then
Wow.
yeah, and then we went to Hong Kong for a stopover to see my sister, and my mom died.
Uh huh.
I had to go back, and I said I was going to follow, but I never really get to follow because I got really, yeah, it was really bad. It was a turning point for me to continue what I have to do here in this country.
Oh.
That's what I think. I was born for this country. I was
Yeah.
born
Yeah.
here, so I have to help the music industry here.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did so the
Yeah.
Jerks and then
Yeah, yeah.
what was
When I
uh huh
came back,
yeah
the Jerks was playing at the Bodega. You know, I
okay
mean, where Freddie Aguilar was managing, or Yuri and Marisol, all these folk groups. So and they somebody wanted us to go to Olongapo,
uh huh
and we went there. It was like a training. It was like a Navy SEAL training for us,
wow
because we I was like 21 and Chicoy was 22, and it was like three sets, 1 hour and 15. When the seven fleets there, it's like the whole night you be playing.
yeah
4 days a week.
yeah
Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, Sunday we go home. And then we
wow
go home. We play it on disco at Ross Boulevard, where all the models and all that, because it was punk was like fashion and music. So
yeah
you
yeah
know, yeah,
wow
yeah. It's a good experience. I
but
still
you
don't have my.
but you never played to the real Punkilitos
No,
or
no, no, no. No, Katrina's. I never actually did play there.
okay okay
I
okay
didn't go there. Yeah.
okay
It
so
was on disco. On disco was the place. It
where
was
was where was
on
that
disco was in Antipolo, stretching towards Ross Boulevard. The side was on disco. It
uh-huh
was it was a disco turned into a new wave,
a
and
new
it was yeah. I sat with Rod Stewart beside there, and Chicoy was telling me, "It's Rod Stewart. It's Rod." Who? Because I was already deaf by the sound of the march. And look, yeah, maybe it's just imitating Rod Stewart. but but beside him was Britt Eklund, and later on I found out that Britt Eklund was doing a movie here at Pagsanghan. So
Uh-huh.
it was Rod Stewart, it
Oh,
was Rod Stewart.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And he just said hi to me. I said hi too, man. You're good. He's just giving me the thumbs up for the sound.
Oh my God.
No, I thought, I mean, people during that time they copy rock stars. So you think it's
Oh
them,
yeah.
but it's
Oh
not.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but this was the other way
That's
around. It was the real thing.
yeah, it's the real
It
thing.
was
It's
it was
actually Rod
the,
Stewart.
it was actually Rod Stewart.
Yeah. Hey, Rod Stewart. Okay, so how long were you with the Jerks? What came
Uh,
next?
from 81 to
Did you
80.
ever record with the Jerks? Anything?
That was I was trying to tell them while
Uh-huh.
we're hot. Let's start doing things because when we get old, we will benefit from that.
Yeah, yeah.
But of course, we were young and we were gullible and all that. We were partying most of the time.
Right.
So no, well, at least I get to see the USS Midway.
Yeah.
Well, the Nimitz, no,
Exactly.
I didn't get to see the Nimitz. So most of the aircraft carriers there, I got to see.
Yeah.
We got
The
we
mid
got to
the
see.
yeah, the Midway I think is parked in New York already.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Permanent
old.
man.
Yeah, old
Yeah,
man. Yeah,
old
yeah.
man.
But during that time, it's like, and we had a lot of Navy personnel friends, very close, very close.
Nice.
Traffic controllers, Navy SEALs,
Yeah, the guys
in,
that live there.
engineers, and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's funny because Nitoy always goes, oh, kaya ko, hingi tayo ng mga karton-karton lang yung Yossi.
Yeah.
Benta natin sa Manila.
Oh, Blue
So
Steel, di ba?
yeah, it was a good experience.
Yeah, yeah. So what came next? Is Coco Jam already in the picture? Not. Oh
No,
no,
not
that's
yet.
still
No,
too early, no?
that's too
Yeah,
early. That's too early.
yeah.
86, I got heavy into. Well, I got into heroin, and it
Holy
fucked up. Yeah,
shit!
yeah.
Wow.
Long for a long time. Like it really, it sacked me. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And I almost forgot to play guitar. And there was a moment like the red strat that I had, like, should I pawn it or not?
Oh,
I
that
cried,
red
man.
strat.
I cried because, like, what's happening to you, June? I mean, what? What's
Yeah.
happening? I was a Buddhist then, but I wasn't really serious or sincere. I was not really. I just thought it was just a practice or something. So something told me, like, that's your act. That's your Highlander no, sword. You cannot
Yeah.
let that go. You know. So yeah, and plus that's the gift of my brother-in-law and my sister. So I couldn't let that go. Although I had a lot of guitars that went away, the Gretsch, the Stray Cat Gretsch, and all that. I had already
Wow.
a Melody Maker and all these Telecasters. Yeah,
You
this
sold
Red
them all.
Strat. Yeah, I didn't sell them. I just gave them for swap for the smack, man.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah. That's
That's
how bad.
heavy.
That's how bad it was for me. Yeah.
That's
And
heavy,
then
man.
yeah, and then I got into jail for that and all that shit. And I got out.
Uh huh.
I practiced my Buddhist mantra inside the jail, and I when I was released, it was It's a Revolution already.
Wow.
So it was a change of me and a change of
Yeah. Everyone.
everyone's
Everything.
change. Everything changed. So I
My
was I
God.
was I was like lucky and fortunate to be alive because most of the people I smacked with these guys, they all passed on, man.
Yeah.
You know,
they OD from the
yeah,
heroin.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Really
you're
bad.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
lucky. Yeah, you danced
uh,
with that. You danced with
uh,
that devil and you survived, man.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's life for
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's life for me. It's good. I mean, what I treasure most is the true persons that were caring for me. I mean, they may not be rich people, or they're just ordinary common people that really gives I mean, Wolf,
Yeah.
I mean, you can sense if they're true or they're fake to you.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
mean, so
Oh yeah.
so I got that. It's just like playing, right? It's like, oh, ito na, iikot na yung bahista, iikot na yung chord, di ba? So alam mo na sila, di ba? We can
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
actually see I think that's what the samurai had. You can see the moment in before it happens. You
Yeah.
see it. You
Yeah.
see it. Yeah. So I think I developed that with unaware of it, but I to recall it, I think I got that. I know what's going to happen. All the possibilities that can be done, you have
Uh,
to choose one.
yeah.
And you have to choose the right one.
You have
You
to
know.
choose the right one. Yeah, man. Oh gosh, that's what kasi uso dito sa States therapy, pare.
Ah,
Lalo na yung mga puti. Lalo
sabi
yung
nga
mga
ni
puti.
sabi nga ni Rolly, therapy, therapy. Tira ng
Therapy. And that's what and it's kind of it's more of a Caucasian American thing
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
through.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Pinoys don't do that. We're not used to it. We cry to each other, and I
Yeah,
guess
yeah, yeah.
Americans don't really cry to each other. You know what I mean?
Uh,
They're not that.
yeah.
So
You have to have a bond. You have to have a bond. That's
yeah,
what Filipinos have. That bond.
yeah,
That's why we can survive anything.
yes,
Filipinos can survive anything because we have that bond. We've been so poor for the longest time.
yeah,
We've been I think Filipinos are not stupid, that's what other people say, or ignorant. No, they're just kind-hearted people.
yeah,
They don't know anything about negative things. It's only now that some are developing those kind of traits because of the conditions and the situation.
yeah.
But the Filipinos by heart are family. Yeah, family. Familia. Diba?
That's why it's not a popular thing. Uh, like here in the States, there's freedom of expression is so they take it very seriously here. So
Uh,
even if you're making fun of someone, but you're
uh,
a stand-up comedian, hindi
uh.
pwedeng mapikon yung inano mo kasi joke ka lang eh. It's just a joke.
But still,
There's,
but
but
in the Buddha,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
but Pinoys they can't do that. Eh. They'll be like
yeah,
they'll feel
yeah.
bad.
You see, they're
Yeah,
already
yeah,
Filipinos are already Buddhas. They already have
yeah,
that heart. They're aware of, because to me, even if it's a joke, it's a cause. It's a
yeah,
cause. You're putting a karma. Because
yeah.
karma, the Filipinos think karma is like, oh, bad karma. No, no, no. Karma means action, words, and
Yeah,
thoughts.
and
So
thoughts. Yeah,
those three, if you can balance and clear your mind before you say something
yeah,
about anything, you have to, or just not really brush it off, but you will have that enlightening mind, like, no, that's wrong. I
yeah,
can't do that to this person because,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. It's
it's
like
gonna, you're hurting them, you know.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
we're musicians. Well, what's our real purpose? Is to make people happy and
Happy.
joyful and bring them where that feeling that they could not really express what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. They don't know it until they get hit with the vibrations of a JCM 900 in front of them.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
no, because that's true, man. When it's like in a person's life, the first time that they see like live music and talagang live music, and not just the piano player on the side, but a live
Yeah,
band.
yeah,
You feel that oomph, and it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
for one whole hour, it's just and you're like, oh, okay, too. This is nice, man. And then when
It's
you
like,
oh
yeah, it's like a long chi. It's like a chi. The chi, the
yeah,
energy. It's there and it's prolonging and getting wider, wider and wider until it reaches to the corners of where that space is given to.
yeah, where that sound and vibration can reach, that it'll reach there. It yeah, like for me, it's like literally, it has already literally healed me. Like I played this one gig in Chicago, and I had a cold, and
Uh huh.
I had a flu and a cold.
Yeah.
So it's like shit, man. And I couldn't back out. We were there already, so I had to play the gig.
Yeah.
So you know how it is when you play a gig and you're sick. It's like the worst, bam bam bam, and then we're sweating, sweating, sweating. After the gig, I was healed.
Uh huh.
I was healed, literally
Because
healed. I was like,
yeah,
wait, my
because
flu is gone. I don't
yeah,
have a cold anymore. I'm fine. And I was like,
you,
wow,
it just all at the same time, the physical aspect and the spiritual aspect of it just went to your mind consciousness and bang, it's
yeah,
all gone.
it's all gone, man.
And with the help of the people, of
Oh
course.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, with the
oh
help of the
yeah,
people. We
yeah,
help the audience, you know. We need to be one. That's what we bring when we play. Diba? We bring the crowd in one. One
yeah.
rhythm, one, and on that life condition, that state, uplift them.
And
Always
that's
uplift them.
yeah, and that's why that's oh my god, that's why there's so much uh strife right now, especially online, because people there's no live music.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
People
yeah,
can't
yeah,
can't
yeah.
let go. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you know
Yeah, that's why I felt bad also. Like when, oh shit, how am I going to promote this album now?
oh, I know,
Yes,
man.
but still, I'm trying my best to do whatever I can do. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, probably I'm an astronaut now and I'm in space. I'm
Yeah.
trying to communicate through. Yeah, you like Houston. Are
Yeah.
you still there? You know.
It's still there. Do we have a problem or not? No, but the upside of that of these times is that everybody's at home. So
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
going to have the time to listen to the whole album. So
Uh
if
huh.
you're listening out there, Jun Lupito has a new album. Listen to the whole album because you have nothing else to do. and,
Uh,
and
yeah.
it's going to be a great experience, you know. Okay, so
Just like
let's move
just like
forward. Oh,
Sweet Home.
oh yes,
Oh
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sweet Home, Sweet Home.
So let's go straight now to a Coco Jam because that was a very significant band in the
Yeah,
90s as well, you know.
yeah. After when I got out of jail and I started to get back my chops, I was like, I was playing with Sammy Asuncion with Spy.
Uh-huh.
That's my first band after I got out, and during that time it was there, but the scene was kind of too speedy for me. It was like on a fast track. So I said, and even everybody was turning into that phase. I said, I'm not going into that.
Oh,
I tasted it, but this is bad. You know.
yeah.
So Pepito asked me like, I told Pepito I can't do this. I uh, I want to change of scene if I can. I'll just play Pinikpikan or something. And what happened was he said, "Go, I will take you to Calao." Sabi ko, "Where's that?" Calao place.
Mm,
It's in Puerto Galera.
yeah,
You can reassess yourself. You can look at yourself more clearly, and you can probably do a lot of songs.
right.
Which happened.
Yeah.
That's where I did the first Bodhisattvas album. So was also this album because I did it twice.
Wow.
I left and went to Puerto again 2006. 2007. I went back to Quito. I said, it's too heavy, man. I can't take it.
Uh-huh.
Can I stay here again? So I stayed.
Oh,
Yeah. And then I
that,
wrote all the songs there.
wow.
Most of the songs there. Yeah. Like Royal Beggar was there. That's at White Beach. I was playing that.
Oh, wow.
There's
Yeah,
this
I mean,
There's this two Spanish girl walking, and I'm like, whoa, it's another hot day.
there you go. That's how songs are made, man. That's how songs are made. So in the
It
first
was
you
like,
went the first time you went to Calao, that's where you met Rolly, or Or you knew Rolly
Yeah, that's
already?
where I met Rolly. Right? Yeah,
Ah,
I knew Rolly as a folk singer, but he had a Coco Jam thing, and and Noe of us Grupong Pendong was playing drums for him. His former wife was playing bass, and Heli Umali, the guitar player of the Jerks, also was there. It was their group, the
uh-huh.
group, and then we was jamming until everybody went home, and Rolly wanted to stay back, and
Yeah.
we played, and then when we went back to Manila, Edmond came up. They didn't have anything. It was also a kind-hearted soul. You know, like I want to play only with good people. You know, I mean that's
Right.
what Edmond is. So, and then Rico was playing bass. And yeah, we formed the Coco Jam,
Wow.
and we were playing at Mavericks during that time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Until you guys came up, and Miguel, you, and everybody, Tirso, and all that, and you guys said we have a place. We can probably have a slot there at Calle.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it
yeah.
started. That's where it
Oh.
started.
Yeah, I remember.
That's the beginning. That's the beginning. Until it Coco Jam really
Oh my God,
went up
Coco
to the
Jam.
skies. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Because
you guys.
Coco Jam is not like it's not really it's a reggae concept band, songs of Rolly, but it was like a mixture, you know, it's a mixture. It's like Keith Moon playing drums, and,
Yeah.
and
Oh
I
my
was
God.
and a Beck Kaplan playing guitar, and Nico Bellis was like the Bill Wyman there, and Rhodes like a Bob Dylan, Bob Marley thing, you know.
Yeah. I mean that band. That was the only live reggae music that anyone could watch
Uh huh.
at that time. And it was so good. That's why it was so popular for maybe that run was like 2 3 years. It was just like
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
party
yeah, yeah.
party
It
every
was a
Friday night.
Friday night.
Oh my
When Black
gosh.
Friday comes. When
Black Friday.
Black Friday
Friday.
comes.
Yeah. That was because that was our ritual for about 3 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Wolfgang played Friday night as well in Atrium. But
Atrium. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and then
But
after our set, we would go to you.
uh-huh.
We would go to
Uh,
your set, and by the time we would reach you, it's a full-on party already. So we're like, yes, party na, party more. And then the next day, Saturday night, would be Razorback naman. So that whole
Razorback.
week, yeah,
The
grabe
whole
that.
week was filled. That was filled with fun and joyous rock and roll. You know.
Oh my God, I have not ever partied
You know
like
what
that.
I really regret is I wish I wish that all of these scenes that we talked about was documented
I
by
know.
film. You know?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some in the Calye days there was no one doing it because everyone was wasted.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. They were
But
all drunk and stoned.
yeah, and there were no people. There were no documentarians or documentarian minded people who were hanging out in that.
And even if there was, it was probably fucking wasted.
Yeah, because the party it was just too. The
It
party
was too
was
much.
just too.
Yeah, it was too much party, man. But
Yeah,
everybody was so ecstatic. They were happy, you
it was.
know.
Oh yeah, it was happy. It was like that's why when I came here to the States and I started watching shows in the States, I'm like, and it's like it's that's how concerts are here. Everyone's excited.
Uh,
You know, before
yeah.
before the show, they're getting drunk already in the parking lot. So by the time you get in,
Yeah.
party mode na. And I
Uh,
experienced it back then, in Cali. I was
uh,
like, wow, yeah, this is the real thing, man. Yeah,
yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
yeah. And then I remember that, and then Bodhisattvas, the first album came out, and
Yeah, then
that,
after the Coco Jam thing,
yeah,
and then after I came back from Puerto Galera, I I was playing with Grace Nono, and Salito Malca had this hit productions,
Yeah.
hit records. It's like the first digital, but also still with analog. And Jamie was there, and Diego Garrido was there. So Salito was watching in at the Bistro 70s, and he talked to Grace if he can talk to me. And then the Grace introduced me, and yeah, would you like to cut an album? But I only got like 4 songs or something.
Uh-huh.
Sabi okay, sabi ko. And then Baba Balse thought of, why don't you invite all your other friends to play with you in the album?
Right.
This is before Santana came out with the Supernatural
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
same, but of course the wavelengths are all the same when you're on the same sphere.
Yeah.
So we did that, and yeah, it turned out to be good. You know.
Man, that first song, Pure Souls, the opening chords is just like, because it reminds everyone that hears it. It reminds them of Sesame Street. I don't know if
Yeah, it
any,
is.
it is
It is
oh, it is
Sesame
Sesame
Street.
Street.
Ten, 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 ten,
Yeah, dun,
ten.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
You just forgot that, dun, dun, dun,
because
you know.
Bebop was like 4 or 5 years old or three, or so he was
Yeah.
always watching that, and I was like, "Gosh, ten, ten, ten,
Oh
ten." So
my
it was just the
god.
yeah. That's Sesame Street.
So we were right all along, man. It was
Yeah, you
Sesame
were right.
Street. Because we were like, Dave, I was like, Dave, or whoever is like, doesn't that sound like Sesame Street? Dun, 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 dun. And then we were like, yeah, it's like Sesame Street. It's like, yeah, I was right. It is Sesame Street. That's great, man. It's great. I mean, because that's a really good song. Pure Soul is such a was that written also in Puerto Galera? In
No, that was written when me and Chikoy had a group in 87, I think. 87, 86, 87. We had East Force. We had a group, Edmond, me, Rico Velez, and Chikoy.
uh
Um, and Manny Adea, the guy who turned me on to Nietzsche and Buddhism,
right.
wrote this song. Wrote the song, and we were listening to, Alan Parsons' "Eye in the Sky," right? So
Yeah.
it's just, it. We were while we were listening to that, I was, okay, okay, okay. He was writing the songs while I was listening to that, so I was like mimicking the chords on my own at a different key,
Uh-huh.
and it turned out to be something like that.
Wow. And that's you on lead vocals, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
It
man.
doesn't sound like me, no.
No, dude, it's like your best. It's such a great vocal performance, and your voice is so smooth. It's so
Actually,
it,
I'm not a good. To me, I still feel like I'm not a good singer.
no, I mean the same thing with Hendrix, but I personally think Hendrix is a good singer.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean the
Yeah.
way I mean he can sing. He's a black dude that sings soul music. I mean, yeah, he's a good singer.
You got a good, a round, deep voice, man.
Yeah, around yeah, deep voice, yeah. And when I heard that, it's like, who's that singing? So everyone, I guess, Miguel's like, that's June. It's like, oh no, that's not June. That can't be June, because your voice there is
Yeah.
so smooth. And
Uh-huh.
the thing is, it's not it's calming. It's very
Uh-huh.
calm. The quality is
Uh-huh.
that's the word that comes into mind. It makes you calm, and it's the whole song from the verse
Yeah,
and the
yeah. Chorus, yeah.
you're
Yeah, yeah.
sweetly the whole time. So and then when the solo comes in, yan na. There's there's the
Actually,
edge.
I Ellie thought of doing Pure Souls again on acoustic. So it's me, a keyboard. Audrey was playing a synth,
Uh,
string ensemble, and a saxophone player. Acoustic, like a symphony, like violins, but
yeah,
on keyboards,
keyboards. Yeah.
and a saxophone. And I just filled it, and it still sounded like me. I was surprised, like, whoa, that's who's singing. Ellie goes, that's you.
Still, the quality still there. It's still the same.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great, man. Yeah. So,
I'll send you a copy. I'll send you a copy so you can play it in your cast or
oh
something.
shit! No, I'll play it. I'll play it on this thing. On this,
Yeah, yeah,
after.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, so wait, who played saxophone in the new album?
Joseph Cabanero.
Uh,
He's a rockabilly player
uh,
from I forgot the name of the Bembol Rockers, like Bembol
oh,
Rocco. Yeah,
yeah,
Bembol Rockers.
yeah. There's like a ska band, right?
Yeah, 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 and I think he went to
Oh no, they're not. They're a rockabilly band. Yeah,
yeah, rockabilly band.
yeah. The
Yeah,
Bemble Rockers.
yeah,
Yeah. I know them.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So he played for me. I mean, Ellie called him up and let's use him because I was trying to get in touch with Pete, but Pete, I didn't have his number. Nobody answers in his old phone. So okay, I mean, Ellie said, let's try to use Joseph Caballero. And then when Joseph came, hey, you don't remember me? We played in Puerto Galera with the Laxmi, and we were. Ah, sabi ko, yeah, you were the guy, you know.
Ah,
I remember the guy. So you know naman me, I don't remember the guys. You know, I mean, I
yeah,
don't remember. I don't remember the names, but
yeah,
I know I can recognize you through your eyes.
yeah. Same here. I recognize faces. I remember faces. It's okay. So and then
You go, you go, you go.
so
Yeah.
after Bodhisattvas was did you play in Pinikpikan that first gig in Malate?
RCPC?
Huh?
No. Yeah, yeah. Actually, Pinikpikan. When I lived at Pepito's place.
Oh, June, wait.
That's
Can you lower your mic?
oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Oh, wait, wait.
medyo basag if it's right on your mouth eh.
Okay, okay. Um, wait. Let me fix this. Now it's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Pinikpikan actually started at Pepito's house. I didn't know what to do. I still wanted to play. So that's where when you heard me playing that super dry thing, I did a lot of things like that. So we were
Right.
playing at the Australian Embassy with Pepito. It was me, Boy Garo, Rene Aquitania. There's this Swiss guy, Reto Weber, from Switzerland,
Uh,
and Mac, an American guy who plays saxophone and flute too. And Pepito was there playing, and Billy was also there playing. So Billy Bonnevie and Pepito Bosch,
yeah.
we it was supposed to happen. It was not an accident. I don't believe in accidents. So it was supposed to happen like that. And
Uh-huh.
Grace Nono was singing.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the first Pinikpikan, you know.
Ah,
Mm.
because I already what the version of Pinikpikan I saw was already Sammy, and they were already a big group already.
Yeah. Well, Sammy was in with France. In France,
yeah, he was
it comes and goes, and
and he was
he
in
was
Thai, right?
yeah, yeah, he was familiar already, and sometimes we jam together with the Pinikpikan. So when I uh, when I moved and went to my Buddhist practice again for a couple of 7 years again, they he took over. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
They took
So you
over. Yeah.
so you went like on a sabbatical.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Wow, man.
had to. I had to. Yeah.
That's good.
Just
I mean,
to.
that's good that you can do that, man. That you actually were parang even though you've been wasted,
Yeah, yeah,
at
yeah.
times, you still had that conscious effort na to stop and like wait a minute, this is getting too
Yeah, yeah. I
much.
mean, I read signs. I mean, signs and the gut feeling that I have that to look here and then I read it. It's funny. It's like the movie Beautiful Mind.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he gets to see things, and it's talking to you. But
yeah.
but for him, he was freaking out. or it was like something. To me, it's like I know it's supposed to happen to me. So I was like, yeah, okay, okay, it's time, it's time. It's like my other June was telling me, it's time, stop,
Ah,
move, move. Yeah,
that's good. And no, and what I'm saying is that your other side is I would say what conscious enough to listen to the other side, the good side, and say
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of people who don't get out of it, they don't listen, man. They don't listen to that the good
Yeah,
devil on
yeah,
the shoulder. You know,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, the minds are clouded. They're
yeah,
seduced from the dark side of the force.
exactly. That's the one, man. So so in
Yeah.
so the genesis of this album, how
Mm.
did it? Let's
Well,
we
the,
started
the
with the new album. Let's conclude with the new album again.
the songs I did it already like a long time when I was 2008 till 2009 in Puerto Galera. I was writing not the lyrics though. Some of them are the lyrics, but mostly the structure of the songs. And
Uh-huh.
I can hear already from there, from the silence of the traffic and everything. Just hear the waves of the bamboo to the creek, the oars and all that. The sea.
Yeah.
You hear the bass. I hear the drums, how it's supposed to go. You hear, oh, there's chorus girls here. Oh, there's a saxophone here.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah,
you're already seeing it in your mind's eye,
yeah.
or I mean,
Something.
hearing it
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Here, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man.
It's pure. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful gift for me. That's why I owe it to my Buddhist practice, to nature, and the people around me.
Uh-huh. How often do you meditate?
Every day.
Every day. No, I mean,
Yeah.
is it a long process for you, or just simply lang? You just,
No, the Nichiren, it's a practical Buddhist thing. You chant in the morning verses from the Lotus Sutra, and the title itself, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo,
yeah.
and you chant that morning and evening. And the meditation, it's like when you're chanting, you're already breathing, and then you're sitting down. It's like a yoga thing. So
Yeah.
you're breathing and you're reciting a very, very precious mantra.
Mantra.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Is there an English
It's
translation to that, to Namyo Renge Kyo?
Namyo Renge Kyo is a it's a it Nam is a it's a Indian word, means devotion. Namaste. I mean,
Okay.
Namu. And
Yeah.
then Myoho Renge Kyo is classical Chinese. Myo means mystic or death. So
Okay.
people, you won't get scared because it's like nirvana or something. And the Ho is life, all the phenomena around you, past, present, and the future.
Uh-huh.
Renge is the lotus flower. The reason why the Buddha chose the Lotus Sutra, because it's simultaneous cause and effect.
Uh-huh.
The flower itself, when it blooms, it produces seeds. So it's a
Ah,
cause and effect. So, and it also grows on muddy waters. Wherever there's dirt,
what?
it
There's dirt.
it emerges there. It's a symbol. And
Yeah.
kyo is teachings, written teachings, sutras, or sound. It has to have a sound. It's not like the
Uh,
Zen that you meditate. Yeah, that's cool, but how can they know you're meditating? So
ah,
when you chant, even in church, they have hymns and all that. You have that voice. That's a pure instrument. When you're not holding any instrument, your voice becomes the instrument. Ordinary people, Filipino or foreign, they whistle. You whistle.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Or you hum
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
It has to be so you're a living
Right.
entity. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Instead of just
Mhm.
breathing in and out in
Yeah,
silence,
yeah, yeah,
there's an
yeah.
actual.
You recite something very, very. It's like a medicine, actually, breathing. But of course, it's nice to breathe in a breathable area.
Oh my. So when just a little crash course on that. It's like so do you just when you chant, you're not like chanting in one breath, or you just chanting and just breathing
Just
normally?
chant, yeah. You chant. It's like diving in the sea. You hold your breath. You just chant it out. Then you inhale again. Then you exhale again. The mantra and all that. It's
So
like you're
on your,
like
you
you're.
chant on your exhale.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You exhale, then you breathe in. When you
Yeah.
chanting when you're exhale, yeah, you're right. It's like you're diving 1,000 meters down, man.
Oh my god. So
Yeah, no,
yeah.
no. Well, a lot of members, a lot of from California. I think there's a certain groups there, bands also, musicians who are like Aha. The singer of Aha
Uh-huh.
is Aha. Yeah, he's a member. I mean, Tina Turner. Tina Turner is the
Oh,
most
okay.
prominent. Yeah, she knows it. She knows.
Buddhist, Buddhist. Oh yeah, Tina
The,
Turner. Yeah, she's
yeah, the
yeah,
same sect, the
radio,
same,
yeah.
the same branch, the same root, the
Same-
same tree. Yeah,
Right, right, right.
and the latest member was like Weather Report. Was, I mean, Wayne
Sawinuri?
Shorter, Coriel, knows it through Tina Turner. You know,
Oh,
and the
okay.
latest, I think the latest is Orlando Bloom. Yeah, he's been chanting for quite some time. He even went to Japan to meet the sensei. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's
So,
nice. It's
oh, so
beautiful.
wait a minute. So how do you pronounce the album name?
Body Tree. It's my third album because I made a bootleg, so it's my second. So this is three, number
Okay.
three, like where Sakyamuni, where Siddhartha sat down under the Bodhi tree,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
body.
it's Bodhi Tree,
Uh,
NMRK. The first thing when you propagate the teaching, you tell the people chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo 3 times. But since we're in a digital age, they abbreviate it to NMRK
yeah,
sometimes in the
right.
computer. So,
Uh-huh.
so yeah, I just thought about that. Yeah, okay. And then the artwork, I said, since Bebop did the first one, I'll
Yeah.
let the Lasuli, my second daughter, to do
Oh my
the
god.
third one.
How
Yeah.
old is your second daughter?
Now she's turning 10. Yeah.
And she drew it when she
But
was
I told her the first one was my eyes were closed. My eyes were still closed. She drew it now. Let open the eyes so people
uh,
can see. And it's like it's
yeah.
a symbol like for people to see what's supposed to be done and what your reality is now. You know, and what are you going to do about it? You know.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
What's the next step,
Yeah.
diba?
Yeah. Roll a
You
joint and
pronounce it.
smoke your head out.
That's what I'm gonna do after this.
You're lucky, man. I'm running out here.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
legal here.
anyway, yeah.
So you pronounce it Body 3 Namyorengekyo? Is that how pronounce it?
No, Body 3 NMRK.
Ah, okay.
NMRK.
Body 3
Yeah, yeah.
NMRK. You know what?
It's just like
It
PK.
rolls of the tongue nicely too. Body 3 NMRK. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds
Well,
proud
it's a
actually.
digit. It's a. I mean, I see in the computers that they're using something like similar to that. Even in titles of movies, it's like that, and then the numbers. Hmm.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's I'm on the right track. I'm with the flow. You know. I mean,
Yeah, and
I just
everything
want to be
nowadays
with the flow.
everything nowadays is abbreviation. So yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
the young people read the spelling nowadays. They'll probably
Yeah. Yeah.
if you look
Yeah.
at 20-year-old, they'll probably body 3 and MRK. Next one. All right, Mr. June Lupito, thank you very much for doing this. I really,
Thank
really
you, Wolf.
appreciate it,
Yeah.
man.
Me too. Me too. I
So
haven't seen you for a
so
long time, man.
I
I haven't
know.
seen you. Yeah.
The next time I'm in
Well,
Manila,
hopefully these gadgets and gizmos we can jam instantaneous, because there's a delay, right?
There's still a
Yeah,
delay. There's still work.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure someone in your
Uh,
basement is working on that technology
yeah,
right now.
yeah, yeah. We're still prehistoric when it comes to the digital age. Yeah,
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 actually,
yeah.
yeah, that's true, man. That's true. We think we're advanced, but
No, no,
actually, no,
no,
not
not
even
yet.
close.
We're starting.
We're starting, yeah,
We're
but
starting. It's the beginning.
it's the beginning.
Beginning of the end. Yeah,
Imagine
it's a
that.
start. Life is eternal. It's a cycle. People die, people go, but they
Yeah,
come back.
they
And
come back.
they come back.
I and
Different forms. Well, it depends on what you've done in your past,
yeah,
in your
exactly.
lifetime now. So do good, people. Anyway, I've been chanting for the U.S. also to have all the Filipinos there to have safety passage
Yeah,
through this pandemic, and even my American friends that they're
yeah,
there. Yeah,
yeah. Thank you, thank
yeah.
you.
Even probably
We need
the
all
whole
the
yeah,
we need
even the
all the
whole
chanting.
country. Yeah, even with the whole country, even there's assholes.
Yeah,
Even here, man. Yeah, I know.
yeah. I mean, we gotta live with those assholes. So might as well try and
Yeah,
you can't just you can't just toss them off.
yeah. You can't, you
You
can't, you
can't,
can't, you
you
can't.
can't.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, June. Thank you very much, man. Peace be with
Thanks,
you
Wolf.
all the time, man.
You time, you too, you too.
All
Salamat,
right.
salamat. Mga
Salamat din.
kababayan ko dyan.
Yeah, man.
Magtanim na
USA.
tayo dito.
All right. Happy trails, dude. I'll see you soon, man.
Thank you, Wolf. Thank you very much. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.